Happy Friday, episode 6 here on the Morph Market YouTube channel. Today we have my man Brock, Morphinary Arts in the building. Happy Friday, Brock. What is good?
MJ, my guy, what it do?
What's up, man? Pleasure to have you here. How's everything going?
Everything's great, man. Thank you for the opportunity, and thank you for having me. Definitely always a good time when I get to chop it up with you. So my original OG partner in the game. So,
well, listen. At the end of the day, this is this whole Friday show is about putting spotlights on people who I feel like are great examples in the Morph Market community. But more importantly, like it's not all about people who've been around for years. You know, you are someone who I've seen moving smart in the last 2-3 years. And I think there's a lot of people who are just in the exact same shoes of you 2-3 years ago. Okay. And I want you to kind of share some of the things that has helped you be successful when it comes to purchasing animals on Morph Market. Because I mean, can't the wrong or right purchase determine like your whole future in this hobby? Don't you think?
100%. 100%. I mean, the initial issue is that you see most people when they get excited and they get in the game, right? They just buy stuff, right? So they're just buying animals. Oh, this looks cool. This is pretty. This is exciting. The most important thing that I definitely believe in, and I know like Emilio preaches it, you got to have a plan. You got to have a direction. You got to know where you're going. And the animals you purchase need to fit that plan and that direction. So when you kind of look at things that I've had to change and do and just how I've moved, like I got in this year, I did a lot of kind of reworking where I was selling off like little projects. They were good animals, right? The double recessives and stuff like that. But I had 1.2s and 1.3s of like smaller projects that weren't my main thing. And that came just kind of with the excitement. So the biggest piece of advice I could offer to anyone new is like understand your direction and where you're going. You know who's really doing a good job of this is Krista. Shout out Neurophi Exotics. Like she's really focusing, and she did a lot of that kind of buying too much stuff where she was going, and she's hyper focusing now and moving projects and not being scared of that. So I think that's really a big thing, because you're going to end up spending more money and feeding in the long run and then trying to sell animals, and you're just not excited about it, right? So if you're not excited about the projects and doing it, to me, you got to take in there's two extremely important factors that you got to take in: your personal like wants, needs, and preferences and desires, and then you also got to consider market. Unless you can keep every animal you produce, and then it doesn't matter if you move them or not. In the case of like, for example, terrible example, but like if spider's your favorite gene in the world, that might not be the thing you want to be making 20 clutches of, because you're not going to sell them. You know what I mean? Like very obvious example for it. And that's okay if spider's your favorite thing, but if you're intending to breed and sell animals, where are you going to sell those animals? So I think that's super important, having your plan and understanding what you're going to work and do, and taking time, man. My first year, I only had 7 snakes. I grew slow into it.
Why don't you state for the record what year you came in, Brock? Just that way it's out there.
It was 2021. It has not been long. But I did what I think a lot of people are kind of learning now, and I aligned myself with the right people. Initially I aligned myself with you, and then it was with Dan, Vision Quest, and then Emilio. So I've been guided the proper way. No one's lied to me. I think especially in that 2020 to 2022 range, you got a lot of people that were just being sold on the financial gain, and they weren't teaching passion, and they weren't teaching passion, and they weren't teaching like loving the animals and working projects. It was just like, oh, make money, make money, sell everything, buy everything, make everything. It doesn't matter. They sell themselves. A lot of people got caught on that. And then you're coming into this time now where it's kind of here's the funny part now, right? You get a lot of people kind of teaching and showing and big voices in the game that have no experience, but they also learned the wrong way, because they just learned the financial push, and they're the ones now teaching. So we've kind of got the last 2 generations of keepers coming in. One was money fueled, and one's being fueled by people who are good at social media who actually don't have a clue what they're doing. So it's important for you to really understand, move in the market, research, analyze, know who you want to align yourself with, and know that you're going to get the right direction and the right coaching and the right leadership and mentorship.
Well, let's talk about this, Brock. How has Morph Market helped you? And do you remember the year you stumbled across Morph Market?
Bro, in the beginning, my first snake purchase was from Morph Market. So like I need to big shout out to Morph Market. Big shout out to Darian, what he's done. in the past year. You know, I'll be honest, when he first took over, I was skeptical. Like I said it was the Trump effect, because he goes in and he'll talk crazy, right? And he'll say all these things, and people then don't look at all the good stuff he's actually done and all the things that he's actually doing right. So this shipping thing that Darian's done is hands down the biggest positive impact to this industry and in the time I've been here. You know what I mean? All of a sudden now I can sell $20 snakes because it's only 50 or 60 bucks with the shipping, and people want to buy that on MorphMarket. I've moved several of them. I know people who've moved several of them, and it's just what that did to the game. You know, God bless Darian and MorphMarket, because it's really moved the game forward. Most of my snakes I buy off MorphMarket, it gives you such a wide range of who to look at and make sure you know who you're purchasing from. You can
well, because Brock, that's one thing you're really good at. You have a strong, like, that's one of your strong suits, I feel like, because I've seen some of your MorphMarket purchases that you shared with me, and I'm like, holy cow, that's a good come up. So why don't we talk about the way you delegate, especially like if you were to kind of go back a few animals ago, and let people know how you were vetting these people, because you even just said during sound check, you don't just go off the big name, because you know how politics work in this, right? People like to fluff other people up and like almost convince them to buy just based off, you know, talking versus like what you would do. Like, how would you really vet somebody?
So the first thing, and I'll just make a side point to this, like, your ads matter, and people make these really bad ads with no details, one terrible blurry picture, and you can't really analyze the animal or the person. They have a weak social media presence. I'll go and look at somebody and they haven't posted something, you know, in 4 months. Like, this is not the way you're going to move. So first off, let's just start with that, the effort that goes into your ads. And the one thing I can reference to is, I mean, go look at Justin's ads. Always has the 3 pictures: the top, the kind of front side, and the belly. Why does your ad only have 1 picture if Justin can put multiple pictures in there? Being able to go in and see the animal and really look at the details of it, having good quality, high quality pictures, is where I start. Dude, if you're doing this like on any amount of serious level, like, you should be on MorphMarket. It's the biggest gauge of the market that you can find. You know how many animals are there, you know who's producing what, you know what's selling, you have an idea of what people are in desire for, what prices are going for. Like, watching this is the same as any type of market analysis for any industry. I do a ton of market analysis for my regular job, and MorphMarket is by far, like, is a very easy tool for me to go in and analyze and understand what the market's doing, which is extremely important for any keeper that's intending to breed and sell, especially if they're attempting to make profit. So as I go through ads and stuff, and you know that one snake I bought like a few months ago, like, I wasn't looking for it. I saw it and I said, well, hold on, what is this? Super high quality pictures. So I can really analyze the animal, look at its pattern, look at its color, look at its quality. You can tell when somebody is doctoring the pictures and messing them up with their neon grass behind and all these crazy colors. We just dismiss them. We don't look at them. I think it's extremely important. Like, my Ultramel stock, which I take great pride in having a great line of Ultramel, like, it all originates from a male that I bought from a no-name breeder, and the animal that I bought was the exact same and the exact same price as an animal that Justin had. 99% of people would have bought that animal from Justin because of the name and the recognition, and he's earned that by far. But when I was able to not just impulsively go, oh, it's Justin, I was able to look and take an analytical approach to the animals and the pictures and look at them. Thank God he had good pictures. And I said, hey, this is a better quality animal. The pattern, the color, how much purple's coming through it as an adult. I bought that, and that's what's really set me up, in my opinion, to give me some of this really high quality stuff, because of that decision I made that most people wouldn't have. So I think when you go through, it's extremely important to analyze the animal you're buying. Stop buying it just because it has X number of genes, and stop buying it because it's only made by X name. Okay. Yeah, like high voltage chondro just said, with parents, that helps too, because you can really kind of see lineage. I know that's more important than in colubrid chondros than balls, but yeah, still that too. It's just, and then when you go in and you can kind of check who that seller is, like I said, what's their feedback on MorphMarket? How many reviews do they have? What's their social media presence? Going and looking at that. And then as a seller, that's why I said it's just so important to be active, because yeah, if you have this, to go back to one you showed before, that Ultramel Sunset, which was really dope. Even if 65K was a legitimate price, which is not, but even so, I'm not going to pay 20K. I don't know who the guy is. I don't see any presence. I went and searched the Instagram, and he's got like 6 posts, and they were like water skiing and stuff like that. Like, I can't verify before I go send somebody $20,000 in that in that world. So
Yeah, and but listen, I mean that kind of that goes on that gentleman for I guess who knows what his mission is of posting a $65,000 ball python on Morph Market. But guess what? Somebody might buy it, and if they do, the guy's a genius. So we'll there
yeah,
that.
for sure. I mean, I love that project. I'm just not. I love that project, but to pay that amount of money, I need to see a little more.
Let's get to some of the things that listen. I want to be very transparent on the Friday show here, and I know one thing that you recently ran into, which was very unfortunate because as long as I've known Brock, I feel like he doesn't kind of take any shortcuts when it comes to something like shipping an animal, right? And I want to get into an unfortunate events that happened, because if it's one thing I want to say that Darian's doing is he's taking like the seriousness of not shipping when you should be shipping, and
Yes.
or shipping when you shouldn't be shipping, and then not only that, like shipping improperly, like with heat packs and tiny boxes, and at the end of the day, like 9 out of 10 DOAs are on the shipper's end. Like it was just wasn't packed right. But you happen to be one of the situations where you shipped an animal and it was DOA. And can we talk about what happened there and kind of like, let people know what could possibly happen even if you do everything perfectly right?
Yeah, so that, I mean, I take a lot of pride in my shipping, and I've done a ton of research. I talk with Emilio a lot. When I started initially shipping, I'm very confident in my abilities to ship, and I understand. And I just, again, shout out Darian, really putting a spotlight on the shipping and kind of putting out there when you should, how you should, what things you should use. I don't think it's ever been really spotlighted to the community as that. It's just an FAQ that someone can or may not go look at, versus now like it's in your face. So I think that's super important. But yeah, so I mean, the animal was definitely packed right, 12 by 9 by 6, a polyfill insula around the animal, heat pack on the other side. I had a phase pack under it as well, just for extra stabilization. Temperatures were good. They were mid 40s at Indy, because it went through Indy when I shipped. Unfortunately, it got delayed. Indy dropped to 18 the next day before it shipped, so it got super cold. I know that FedEx is supposed to put a live animal away and in temperature controlled areas, but FedEx doing what FedEx does, I'm assuming it sat out at some point, because I know it got marked as on the way at 8 p.m. the next night, and then it didn't arrive until 4 a.m. the next morning, which is only a less than an hour flight from Indy to Nashville is where it was going to, which is also weird. Why did it go through Indy if it's going to Nashville? Nashville's right next to Memphis, but that's another discussion. So you got to do, but we went through and I sent the email to Morph Market and all the facts and pictures, and yeah, everything was confirmed. It was packed completely right. It just, unfortunate things happen sometimes. I think I will say on this one too, one of the big, I guess, talking points that people want to make about why you should not use Morph Market is because of customer service and all that. Let me tell you, I contacted Morph Market. They immediately responded to me. They were extremely communicative. They went and did research. They got back to me. I mean, I don't know what a white glove service offers, but what I got from Morph Market and their customer service in that situation was exactly what I needed and exceeded my expectations. So if anybody's concerned about that or thinks that you're going to pay 20% more because you're going to get taken care of better, understand FedEx is shipping the package. No one's going out there and picking the package up for you if it gets delayed, and they're taking care of it. Once that package dropped off, it's in FedEx's hands. All you're doing is paying for somebody to talk to you on the phone, and Morph Market's doing it the right way anyway. So why pay more?
Yeah, and like I said, Morph Market's kind of going a little bit far and beyond, like letting people know don't be shipping right now. First and foremost, like, during the most craziest times of year, which is unfortunate to see people do it anyways. Which I don't know what to say to that. I really don't. I want to keep it positive on this show, but I just think like not putting the animal safety first really kind of says a lot about whoever is shipping the animal, regardless of the customer's wants or needs. When you have that animal, it's your responsibility before it leaves your hands. So I think the customer could wait. Go ahead.
Yeah, I have 14 animals on hold right now for shipping. I sold. Right. I'm very happy to have had some good business through December, but every time someone inquired and wanted to buy, I let them know. I was very transparent. I can't ship right now. And then when January rolls around, there's a good chance I'm not going to be able to ship. and I'm not positive when I'm going to, but unless I get at least a 2-day break in the weather where I know if it gets delayed that there's a chance that it's still going to be good, I'm not shipping. And if that bothers you, then so be it. I had somebody else, well, another guy's shipping this week. That's good for them, but that is not that is not the way that you should. So if you want to purchase from me, the animal safety and well-being is my number one priority. You're gonna have to wait, and everybody bought anyway, so they all understand. And I said, but then this is also, you follow up with the customer service part, because now I'm also checking in, sending update pictures to the people that I know are pet keepers, sending them pictures of their, oh, look at your animal, my daughter's handling it, it's so socialized. I converted 3 of them over to frozen thawed for people because I have them over this winter time. Why not? So I mean, there's a lot you can do to also then make this process acceptable, good, and a beneficial experience for your customer and your brand.
So you're in this game less than 5 years, if I'm doing my math right, correct?
Mm-hmm.
In less than 5 years. How important is savings to you right now, Brock?
Team save money, baby. It's all about making sure you can maximize that, especially for somebody like me or anybody that came in that 2020 to 2022 range. We paid a lot for animals, and you're talking about you cannot make make up your money even in one clutch anymore, right? So it is super important to not be wasting a bunch of money for yourself and take care of your costs at the best you can, and be as efficient as you can. Again, I run very large operations, and it's of where you can be efficient and make sure that you're always saving money, and being able to do that. Now it's made a big deal, because it's less so that it saved me money in the case of when I'm selling expensive animals that I was given free shipping, or shipping was a bargaining token, right? It's also saving my customers money too, right? It's saving every one of us that buys an animal money, because now when you pay that shipping and it's only $20, $30, that's a big deal. And that if you were going to buy 3 animals and you used to pay $80 to $100 in shipping, okay, and now you're only paying $80 like total, right? You're paying $30 a package or all that. All of a sudden you got an extra $250 in money that you just saved in shipping that you can buy another animal with. And then that's more business for all of us in the industry, and more sales for all of us.
Well, we all know no matter what you're selling, it's competitive in a sense, right? You want to know what this savings doing for anyone who's in this business of shipping animals? It's getting as low as it is to where we could even just offer free shipping. Mm-hmm. And like, who does not? Okay, how does it not make a Morph Market member happy when they're looking for the animal they're looking for, and they find it and it says free shipping with the price that they're happy with?
Yep. I made a funny.
This could potentially be the norm, where Morph Market is able to make shipping labels so awesome where people are willing just to say, you know what, I'll do free shipping. I don't mind. It's $40. It's $48. It's $60. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
It's $51. I think it's $50.70 for me to ship a 12x9x6 to Washington from Florida. Right. Like, that's as far as I can get. There's no reason really to be, if you're selling a $50 snake, okay, that's a different story. I understand it. But when you're selling I
was gonna say, I mean, mind you, we're talking like it's all based off the purchase. I'm not, if I do have $100 snake on my Morph Market, God bless, I'm not. Yeah, it's a little different. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, when you're talking about anything, pretty much right now, I'm doing anything over 500. I just list with free shipping anyway, because I don't see the point in charging somebody at that point.
If you want to kind of like stand out in a sense, or at least kind of like, look like appealing, no one's going to be mad at you having free shipping on your animals. I'll tell you that.
No, they're one of my buddies. Shout out Hi-Fi Herp. He was on your show a few weeks back. You know what I mean? He did a lot of his sales this year, and he did free shipping, but he was like $80 with free shipping. So for his misses, for his posset males and stuff like that. But people see that and they're like, oh, it's all in it. They bought it. He sold all of them because they bought it, and they're like, oh, free shipping, and it's this all in price. And it's not, because a lot of people still, and I don't understand this. I made a post about this yesterday, like, if I can ship from Florida to Washington for $50, why do you have $100 shipping listed? You know what I mean? Like, you just don't need to have that anymore. So a lot of people still haven't seemed to adjust their pricing, and you can go through and scroll it and see it. You should really pretty much, unless it's a super large female that you're going to need to put in a 15x11, nothing should be over $50 at this point. but you get enough people scrolling through and seeing these shipping charges, then they say, oh, free shipping, and it's only 80, 90, $100. Oh yeah, let me buy it. I think it's another, like you said, that's a good sales kind of steering way right there. So
yeah, things add up too. I mean, you are pairing 30 ball python. You have 30 pairings this year with ball pythons, correct?
33.
Okay. So, things kind of go, up towards your, in your favor with that. You can have a lot of snakes you're going to be shipping here in the near future, Brock.
Yep. Yeah. I this year, my odds for me weren't great. The good genetic odds ended up being males that I didn't need. And then I had bad genetic odds. So I only held back 4 snakes this year. And I've had to sell all the rest of them. So that shipping cost is extremely important. So yeah, what he just said? He just said customers have been conditioned to expect free shipping now on everything. That's the Amazon effect.
That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely right.
That's why Amazon. Right. That's how Amazon's putting people out of business. You know what I'm saying? Because it comes with the Prime memberships and all that. And mind you, like even before Morph Market shipping was a thing, you're still paying a membership with Morph Market to sell in Morph Market. So and Darius mentioned how this is an opportunity just to have your free, in a sense, have a free membership with all the savings that you're going to be saving for a lot of these pro members and like premium members, and people are paying that top dollar to be a member of Morph Market because how much they're selling, but this stuff adds up, at the end of the day. Like I said, I don't care what you're saying as far as, savings doesn't matter. I don't even know if that's even true. And my whole life savings has always mattered. Maybe I just wasn't, raised that way. I just know if you could ever save a penny, why not? You know what I'm saying?
No, I mean, everything adds up. And we were talking about this in one of the chats, like with the supplies, when Darian released the supplies, right?
Yeah,
it wasn't like wildly cheaper. You were saving like $1 or $2 a box. But then you got to consider, I mean, I shipped, I don't know, 42 packages last year. Yeah. If I save $2 a box on 40, it's almost $100. And I only about the 400, 500, 600 snakes. Like that. That's like you said, every dollar actually counts. Every money. That's another week of rats that I got for feeding my hatchlings and stuff like that. Like every dollar counts.
Well, why don't we add up the time that you could be saving by just staying on Morph Market to sell a snake, print the label, get supplies, no going through 2-3 different companies. It's a Morph Market is going to become a one-stop shop, bro. I'm telling you.
I actually got clutch this week after listening to your Miguel episode. Nice. Just talking about how he was missing out on opportunities on that, but then just seeing also you can just straight upload to Morph Market. You know how much time that saves? Now instead of having it, like I don't have to create an ad every time, so now I have a way to manage my inventory plus just upload. Here, button, upload, done. Like I think that's you can't really beat it. And like Morph Market is the main place. I'd say the majority of us sell our snakes. You know what I mean? I do shows too, but Morph Market is the main place you're going to sell them. Like how much time do you save, and how more efficient can you make your process? So,
Brock, why don't you say for the record what you would do with extra time if you had to spend it with somebody? What would you do with that extra time, Brock? What would that extra time go to?
It goes to the girlfriend and the kids, man, and that's exactly. So every time I can save any amount of time, and I'm not getting yelled at for sitting in the snake room and playing with the snakes or on my phone trying to. We're sitting down watching TV shows, and I'm on there trying to get off your phone. No, I'm making a sale. Hold on, I'm making a sale. So I got to sit here and upload snakes for 3 hours, man. If I saving that time, that would be good for home life.
All right, I got one wrap-up question for you here, Brock, and just for anyone out there who's maybe a year in or just maybe their first year in, maybe a little worried about how they're hearing different things about the ball python market, but why don't you let the people know one thing you're excited about being about this year's ball python game, man, in 2025?
What I'm excited about is you just see, like, listening to Miguel the other day. If you haven't seen that episode, please go watch it. Like that was really inspiring to see somebody who's already at the top, who really is like, I got to put in more effort. I got to work hard. I got to get more. I'm excited about the game. You get the people at the top like that. Justin's always excited about it. You get these people at the top that are excited about it. Like you should be excited about it, because that's just going to benefit us all. Tune out the noise of the negatives that have never evolved and aren't producing things that the market wants, and they're not marketing themselves in the proper way, or that they're very negative, that there's no sales, there's no this, there's no that. Tune them out, because there's plenty of opportunity to make. You've got to market yourself and set yourself apart because everybody's selling everything, right? You're not going to have, unless you're Justin or Miguel, you don't have animals that other people don't have. You know, you're selling a lot. You're making the same stuff that somebody else is selling. So why should they buy from you instead of somebody else? It's going to be based on the quality of your animals and how them wanting to buy from you. You've got to create that need for them to want to do business with you. So if you're worried about where the industry is going and all that, I wouldn't be. I'm super excited about it. I have so many awesome pairings this year because I created a plan, my initial plan, and it's executed. I have 24 Ultramel pairings this year. Like, nice. I am so excited about that. I said I was going to be the Ultramel king freaking 3 years ago, and here it comes. You know what I mean? Like, it just I'm so excited about what we're going to be able to put out. I've gotten so much traction recently on socials, and a lot of people are excited to talk with me and be out there. I'm really excited for the extra things I'm going to do moving forward. You know, really trying to hit YouTube harder. I wanted to start this Palm Street that we created a show for on Palm Street. We're not just going there to auction animals, you know, $5,000 animals for $200. I'm not doing that. We're going out there. We're making a show. We're going to bring in a new audience. I'm going to try to recruit more people that maybe aren't into snakes because they're going to see something entertaining and fun and want to be a part of it. You know, there's just so much. Shout out Josh. Visual Ultramel came from me. I appreciate you. There's just so much to be excited for. And if you are only care about making money on it, you're probably not excited. And I get that. But if that's what you came in for, that's the people that are leaving. You can make money. You're going to make money. I 400%ed my income, my snake income last year. My sales were 400% up from 2023. So in this down market, you know what I mean? Like I said, 14 snakes on hold right now in this down market that everyone's saying you can't sell snakes. It's the dead period. Nobody sells snakes right now. No, you do. You do. Yep. All my people still are selling snakes too. So there's nothing but excitement to be had for this. If this is really what you're passionate about, what you care about, and what you like, there's nothing but excitement to be had.
If you're actively in this, meaning if you are breeding relevant stuff and you are really just you know, doing what you want to be doing as far as in the reptile world, you have no choice but to be excited. You know what I mean? Why not? Why not? There's no other way to look at it. I feel like, you know, because the future's only going to.
If you're not excited, like, what are you doing? Then this is not what you're about. Every morning, I got 2 clutches I got to cut next week. Every morning, I'm looking in my tubs. I got girls that are starting to shift, that are coming off food, that are moving to their heat, that are belly laying. Like, I know clutches are coming, and I know it's coming. Like, bro, how could you not be so hyped right now? This is this is the best. This is the best. This is the best thing that you can do, man. Outside of your kids and family, like what more can you do? And I share this with my kids. You know, they're down here. She was helping me. My oldest was down here helping me clean the tubs before we got on, and we're going to continue doing it. But man, it's once I get off, we're gonna keep cleaning. And man, it's just I love it. I don't know how you could not be excited about it. I don't know how you could not see a positive future about it. There's so many changes keep coming that are going to save us money and make animals more accessible and make sales easier to make, saving everybody money. Like, it's amazing. Stop focusing on the profits. Make sure you move smart so that you don't, you know, bury yourself in cost every year. Move smart, make your projects, and be fucking excited. Oops, sorry. Be freaking excited.
Was it me, Morph Market?
sorry, Darian, my bad.
Day by day. Listen, let's close off with this. Today, this weekend is the Reptile Super Show. Okay, really looking forward to seeing everyone at the Reptile Super Show. Our close friend is in flight. Villarino Reptiles on his way to the West Coast for the first time as far as vending goes. Why don't you say out there for our guy, Villarino Reptiles, why should somebody stop by Villarino Reptiles at the Trap booth to check out his production this weekend at the Reptile Super Show, Brock?
There's very few people that you meet that are going to be more passionate and knowledgeable about this game, about ball pythons, about reptiles, more excited about doing it. He has great production, whether you're looking for a pet or you're looking for a project. He has it all. He understood how to move because he wanted to work the show circuit. He does this full time, so he understands, and he has production for both. I know he's going to have some shit out there. My bad. I know he's going to have some stuff with him out there that is, you know, it's kind of next level stuff that other people aren't working. So if you want to get into some projects on the ground floor, he's going to have some stuff with him to buy them. And again, it's just you're dealing with, you know, 2 of the best in this whole game. If you go over there, 3 really, because you're doing it with Scrub Shepherd too, right? So
yeah, Stephen Kush,
3 of you are going to be at the
other
same.
side of the trap right
Kush,
now, being quiet.
Kush is going to be there.
Yeah.
So I mean, you want to go talk. you, Kush, and MJ, do you want to, or you, Kush, and Emilio? That's where you want to go talk to, man. You want to be inspired. You want to leave Pomona inspired about this industry and positive. That's the booth you go visit. 100%.
Thank you, man.
I'm sad I can't make it. But
not yet. You'll be here. Trap Fest is coming real soon. Hey, but listen, drop your plugs. Where people should be following you at, Brock?
So Instagram, most active, of course. Follow me, message me, check me out there. Our Morph Market. I got several clutches that are going to be getting uploaded in the next couple of weeks. Some really crazy ultra mill stuff. So make sure you keep your eye on that. Nice. We're on TikTok. We're trying to grow that following a little bit. I've realized that's kind of an untapped resource, and I did a live on there a few days ago, and a lot of people I'd never heard of were really excited about it. So I think that's another untapped resource we could use. And then, like I said, Palm Street is something that we're trying tomorrow. Less about the auctions and more about the community and the show. So make sure to check us out there. Of course, reach out, message. I'm happy to talk snakes or talk market or talk whatever you want to anytime. Yeah, just be excited, man. This is a great time. This is a great time.
You said it. Guys, do me a favor. Go give him a follow. You can find out all the links to Brock's social medias in the description below, but he's one of the best doing it in the up-and-coming world. Thank you so much, Brock. I appreciate it. Give it up. It's a wrap for Morphinary Arts, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, MJ. Love you, brother.
Thank you, Jeff. Or thank you, Ben. All right, Brock. Have a good one, bro. All right, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate everyone who tapped in on this awesome Friday show. Again, the Reptile Super Show happening this weekend. I'm so excited. It is crunch time. So if you happen to be going to the Reptile Super Show, come by the Trap booth if you want some free Morph Market merch. I'm going to have plenty of hats, plenty of shirts, plenty of stickers. I'm going to be having plenty of other amazing stuff at the Trap booth. And like Brock said, Bill Arena Reptiles will be vending at the Trap booth along with Stephen Kush, all right, with a bunch of awesome rare reptile species. I'll have some really cool stuff. Looking forward to meeting any of you who haven't met. So make sure you come by the Trap booth at the Reptile Super Show this weekend. Okay. And I do want to say, again, officially on this platform, my prayers go out to anyone affected in the LA fires. Really, really just my condolences to anyone who was affected. And I'm sorry. And I'm looking hopefully forward to seeing a lot of my LA keepers at the Pomona Reptile Super Show, because that show is still on and going. And again, my thoughts have been just over there with you guys for the people in LA. So thank you again. If you guys enjoyed this show, do me a favor. Can you hit that like button? And if you can hit that subscribe button, I appreciate the growth on this channel, but we're looking to continue the growth. Okay. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you liked best out of this episode, but that's a wrap for episode 6 on the Friday Morph Market show. Have a good weekend. I'll see you at the Reptile Super Show.